we're back again. This video, we'll be talking about anti-dilution. Anti-dilution is another term that you will see popping out on the term sheet quite often. Scenarios like this happen on later stage investments, especially when the startup is going to IPO. However, this clause has been gaining popularity in early stage startups investment recently. So, what does it mean? Dilution happens when shareholders get less ownership of the overall company as a result of a company issuing new equity. Therefore, anti-dilution is used in the term sheet, especially to deal with down rounds in order to avoid such situations. Let's use an example. If I invested in a company at a 5 million valuation, but in 6 months, the company raised a new round at a 1 million valuation, which we call a down round. This will cause the valuation of my shares to also drop. Clearly, as an investor, I'm not happy. Therefore, to prevent a similar situation happening when any down round happens, the anti-dilution clauses will be exercised, and additional shares to previous investors who invested at a higher valuation will be issued to them as compensation. As you can see, this can be very dangerous to the founders. Generally, there are two forms of anti-dilution. The first is full ratchet anti-dilution. The most important thing to note is that you should avoid having this term in your term sheets. Basically, the term agrees to issue shares to investors to make up for 100% of lost share value. Using the case above, I, as an investor, will want all of the shares to get issued at a 1 million valuation, and all of a sudden, I get 5 times of the shares. Is that fair? No. So always avoid full ratchet. Another form that's more common is weighted average. Basically, this is a different way of calculating how startups should compensate the investors. There's a formula that if you put in the numbers, then the amount will pop out, which is designed to be fair towards both parties. If you are interested in the formula, you can check the additional materials. Just always keep in mind that when it comes to anti-dilution clauses, always avoid full ratchet, because you might lose your whole company as a result of it. Now, we have covered most of the important economic terms in the term sheets. We hope you are not overwhelmed by the numbers and math. But don't worry, moving on, we will encounter less of that. Starting from the next lesson, we will touch upon the control terms in the term sheets.